Hello, friends. So today we are going to present for the SAP, production planning. One of the thing, my favorite subject, SAP make to stock scenario in SAP S4 HANA with the Fiori apps. So we are going to show the complete end-to-end, the scenario of the MTS with the Fiori apps. So the agenda for today's thing is I'm going to walk through on the SAP production planning, make to stock overview. First of all, what is the scenario? What is the planning strategy? What are the master data we are going to use? Then, once I give the brief about that one, we are also going to talk about the SAP, the transaction codes, where it will be replaced by the Fiori apps, and where some new Fiori apps will be also shown, where the analytical things and the dashboard facility for the planners and the production material planners, production planners, and also for the department of the planning department. So then we are going to talk about the major Fury apps for the planning, and which includes maybe some of the sales management overview, because you need to cover the demand from the sales also, right, as a planner. So we are going to show you the complete the major Fury apps, analytical apps. So then we go for the master data. I'm going to tell you that what are the master data we are going to use for today's demo. Then and finally the demo for the end-to-end scenario for the make to stock scenario. So before going to the the overview, these are the something or some of the major transactional codes where the Fury apps are used. I have just given a brief. Wherever MM01 is for change, I mean wherever 01 is for change, 02 is for the change. You know that one, right? 01 is for create, 002 is for the change. So right now I have given some major transaction codes where it will be used in the make to stock scenario. Suppose we are using material, right? We are creating material and changing material, right? So you have MM01 for create, MM02 for change, right? So this is the app Fury app, the first app, the change Fury app, change material. So similarly, we have for the bill of material create and change. You can see this CS01 and CS02 for the change. We are using this transaction code, and most of the SAP consultant and the people who are using SAP, they know that. And the new thing is the change bill of material is the name of the Fury app. So the name of the Fury apps are very user friendly. People can remember. You don't have to remember the transaction codes, and you can just even if you don't know the Fury apps, you can just put you can just type in the search bar and you can get the relevant apps. You can just add to the your homepage. So similarly, you can see all other things for routing, create and change routing. These are the transaction codes, and these are the managed production version. So change routing, and then production versions, then the production order. So all these are the transaction codes basically used, and these are the Fury apps. Okay, so this is just a thing like before we go for the the major explanation on the make to stock scenario. So let me show you. This is the home page I had configured for the make to stock scenario. What we are going to talk about, before I'll explain you about the master data first thing, the setup for the make to stock scenario. Before, like what is the planning strategies and the material master, what are the routings and the BOM and the production version, the main mandatory things. Then how we are going to make the make to stock. What is make to stock scenario? Make to stock scenario is just like we are making the finished product or anything to the stock, we are producing and keeping in the stock, and any sales order coming, we are delivering it from the stock. That is called make to stock scenario. So unlike like we get a make to order scenario where sales orders are received, against that we are producing. But in this scenario, we are not depending. This is not depending on the sales order. We are just making some forecast demand based on the consumption history or whatever the forecasting techniques you have, or you create a demand, like a forecasting demand. Then against the demand you manufacture, keep that in the stock and you deliver. That is called make to stock. Okay. So this is the the major homepage, and you can add based on your roles. You don't have to necessarily add according to that. I have just added this one for my demo. Okay, so I'll be showing that how you can add, you can remove the Fury apps, and these are the things like I have just added for today's session. So this is one of the major app I can say, apart from the, regular transactional apps, monitor material coverage, net and individual segments. Okay. So this one, uh, monitor material coverage, net and individual segments. So here you can see here, once you open this app, this will show you as a blank, irrespective of any filters. But definitely you can add your filters later. While showing the demo, I'll show you how to add the filters, how you can go. So basically, it will tell you can see by this color, right, stock availability, right? Before going to deep, if there is any stock availability, if there is any shortage, it will display by some colors. You can see this red color, this is having some shortage, and we can show that. This is a very good app for against uh, material coverage. You're going to check the material coverage against the demand. So this is something like another analytical app for the planner. Basically, it tells you about the stock level, the completely for the replenishment. You don't, you will find out, against the buffer level management, against the replenishment planning, in case you are using the replenishment planning for your scenarios. This is the app, another app I'm going to explain you about the sales management overview. So finally, I'll talk on that one, how we can drill down to the required, what are the things regarding the demand, regarding the incoming sales order, or customer demand, everything I'm going to show you during our demo. Okay, so for today's session, let me take some material. I'm going to use one common material, UR016 something for the demo. So I'm going to show you the strategies. What is the strategy are you going to use this one, and how we are going to make this one for the stock. Then we deliver that. Okay. So this is the material UR016, and the plant I'm going to use is 3100. And the BOM and the routing is there. You see, this is the BOM, and the usage is production, usage one. And the routing is, we are identified by routing group. You see the routing group, and the group counter. So this is an example. With this combination of BOM and usage, I have the production version 0010. So this is simple scenario, just a material which has having a BOM and a routing and a production version. Okay, let me quickly go to the demo. Is you get a same like you need to enter the username and the password. So you need to enter, my username is I have entered, and I'll enter the password similar to your SAP GUI transaction course. Okay. Now you can see your homepage is displayed because I have configured, I was showing another for quality. Now this is my thing for MTS BG5. BG5 is the, the business scenario ID, process ID. So let me start with our demo. So to start before the demo, let me show you the master data what we are going to use. As I told you, right? So I'm going to use UR016 as a material, right? Let me show you that material first. Let me go to the change material. This is similar to MM02. Let me take this material UR016. I told you, right? I'm going to use only the planning views. So I'm going to use the MRP 1, 2, you can see MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, and let me put it as a default. Then click the organization for the plant. So enter the plant. So my plant is taken 3100. So by default, I'll use this plant. Now you can see, so we have all the planning parameters, like, we have the base unit of measure, the MRP type should be, PD, MRP. And you can have that, the basic things, MRP controller, the lot size we are using minimum. For our scenario, we are going to use just a planning strategy, which I'll show you in the MRP3 view. The procurement type is in because we are going to produce inside E, and these are the in-house production, all the planning parameters. There's no change here. The only thing is here I want to explain the strategy group. We have many strategies, right? Make to stock or make to order, right? So planning, preparing with planning assembly, planning with final assembly. You see here, I'm going to use the strategy planning with final assembly. Planning with final assembly. This is something like one of the make to stock scenario. What we are doing is we are planning with the complete assembly, the final product. So we are not going to make the sub-assembly ready and then, once the sales order received, we are not going to make the product. We are going to make the complete product for the stock. That is called planning with final assembly. And whenever the sales order is received, we are going to deliver the final product. That's the meaning of that one. Okay. So this is the one I wanted to show the planning strategy. We are using plan 40 for this demo. The next one is I'm going to show you the routings. Routing for this same material and the plant UR016. Just enter the plant, material and plant. Continue. The name of the app is change routing. Okay, change routing. You can see this is similar to CA01, CA02, CA02. Now you can see it. I have the many routings for this, right? So every routing is identified by group and group counter. So as we saw that we are using one of the routing, right, based on the production version. I'll just go and show you one routing. You see here this group counter 1, group counter 2 is there. So if you want to select, just click that operation. So every routing has a operation and the list of the control key. Here the control key is defined. We have the operation we define for this routing. So basically, we have the routing for this one. Okay. Now coming back to the BOM, bill of material. So there is an app called change or display bill of material. You see the change bill of material. This is similar to CS02. Okay. I just want to show you the bill of material for this material and plant. We are using this, for the usages. Our usage is for a production, right? So I'm going to use this. This is the usage and this is the alternate. Okay. We are using bill of material for the production. This is the plant. This is the usage. And this is what is the alternate BOM. We can have many BOMs for each product. So I'm going to use this one. So let me go and display this one. What is the BOM? So we have two things, right? Here also two BOMs are there. So what is the BOM? Each BOM we can display. These are the components. So if I go to the production version, see for this material, let me check how many production versions are there. This is similar to C223 in the transaction code. Okay, here you can see C223, right? That is the transaction code we are going to use in the for creating or managing production versions. So the name of the app is called Manage Production Versions. So just enter plant and material and just get refresh here. Here you can see here we have how many versions? We have version we have 3 to 4 versions here. You see here we have version cost. This is for costing. Somebody has used maybe the finance department. They created. This is for another plant. Another production version. So based on this thing, it has got a validity, and we can use with our production version. Any production version we can use for our production based on the requirement. Okay. So this covers the master data. We need to have the planning strategy defined. Whether you are going to make the material for make to stock or make to order. We define the strategy in the material in the MRP3 view. Okay, that is the first requirement. Second thing, we need to have the bill of material and the routings. Routing should be defined, and we need to have the production version maintained. This is a prerequisite before going to make any production process. This is similar to even for the ECC, if running, whether you use Fiori Apps, the process is remains same. Okay, let me go. Now we are going to create a demand, like we create in the MD61, right? In the we create a planned independent requirement. This is similar to that. Instead of creating MD61 or anything in that one, either by the forecast you are just entering by Excel or whatever means your company is following. So we use this maintain PIRs. Let me click this one. We are creating a demand, forecasting demand. We're just entering the demand. So let me go for the material. Say, for example, I'm going to use. So if I run, it will show everything. I don't want to create for the demand for all the materials. I'll just use what is the material I'm going to use. Okay. And I'll just go by monthly or just click go. Or if you want to click the active version, you want to check all the version, just select all and click go. So if you have your this thing, see there is one material, right? If you have a different requirement, it will show all. Let me select one and just click this right side. In case there is nothing, you can create, or else you can just go here and click the right arrow. Now the maintain screen, maintain PIR will open. You see here, there is no demand for this one, but we have a sales order demand, accuracy, everything is showing it. You see, the period we selected is monthly. That's why it's showing monthly period. This is the unit of measurement. You see, this is the material. Okay. The general things it is showing here. But if you go to the planning data, it is showing by period, whatever you select. You can select period weekly also. But since we selected monthly, it is showing monthly breakdown. The unit of measurement, whatever the base unit of measurement defined in the material master or the master data. Here the planned independent requirement, right? We don't have a demand. Okay. So this is the withdrawal quantity. If there is any withdrawal quantity or anything, this is the sales quantity demands. In case there is a customer demand, everything is showing, but we'll create a PR. Our objective is to create a demand, some forecasting demand. Okay. Let me just click this edit button. Now I'll enter, since now we are in June, right? So I'll create some, let me create some 5,000. Our demand 6,000. Let's create a 3 demand. Okay, 3 months. Let me see. So I just created 5, 6, 7,000. Just save it. So we have created a demand, forecasting demand. Against this, the system is going to check the stock, and for the balance, if there is no stock, it will create a procurement proposal. Okay, that is called for the make to stock scenario, or whatever the demand it is going to produce. It is going to make generate MRP is going to generate for the remaining missing shortage quantity. So this is the first objective. We created a demand. Now we can run the MRPs in many ways. This is the schedule MRP job, but I'll show you. I can create a demand. Let me show you the thing, right? I can create a demand. This is similar to set up the batch job, but this is the batch job. I don't want to run the batch job. That's why, I can show you that how the system, there is a template for the job. This is the standard template from Fiori. I can just enter, my material. I can follow, then create a demand thing. If you don't want to repeat the job, just make it one time. Okay, I'm not going to make anything. I'm just showing you this. Here, you're going to enter the parameters. Suppose this is a plant and material. Just enter your material. Okay. In case if you run the bad job, I can check. I'll not schedule it. If I schedule it, it will run. I don't want to show this app. I'm just showing you everything is okay. You can go ahead and schedule the job. Once I save, this bad job is scheduled. Okay. I'll show you that maybe after the end of our demo, we can show you that we can complete that one. Okay, right now I have created the plan independent requirement. Let me show you the display independent requirements. This is another app where you can see your all the demand. Okay, let me go for this plan. So no requirement for this material, because you see this requirement type, we are using VSF. Yeah. Okay. So you see, make to stock production with the plant 310 with the requirement type because our planning is planning with final assembly. Now you can see it is asking me to check your entries before showing. I'll say, okay, everything is fine. Now it will tell you this is all the customer requirement, but end of the day, it will show you the demand. Okay. Here, this will show you the demand withdrawal quantity, but our thing is we created in the month of June, July, right? So it should show some demand. You see, this is my planned inventory requirement. I created three demand, right? For the month of June, 5,000, July, 6,000, August 2005, 7,000. So this is our demand. So we can have another app display independent requirements. Either we can use the same app for display, but we have another app. This is simply something similar to MD63. Now let me go and show you this important app, monitor material coverage. What happens with this app is very helpful. All the planners should use this app. It will show you the complete picture of your material in the shortage quantity. Just you run, it will display for all of your material. I can do one thing. Here, the first screen, you can see here, I can just click adapt filters. I want to bring one plant, right? So I want to filter based on plant for all the materials. So I can bring it plant. For example, if I enter my plant, I can just click, it will show all the materials which are having, the demand and the shortages. Or if it is everything, even if it is okay, it will show you the green, but it will take some time. If I give more filter things like material, everything, it will be very quickly. Now it is showing all the materials. You see here. So I don't want to go with this one. You see here, in case of any shortage, it is showing here. Let me enter my material. If I enter my material, right, it will tell you only for your material. It will give you the results very quick. You see here, I have this is my material. There is a shortage quantity of 4813 initially. First shortage is on 2nd June. But I don't know exactly the details, right? Just select the materials and click manage materials. This is the advantage of this app. You can have, if you have more materials, right, you can select that materials also. I'll just select one material, click manage material. You see here it will show you, you can select more than one material. So it will display here. Since I have selected one material, it will showing one material. In case if you select 2, 3 materials, it will show here. This is the one advantage of this app. So before going to this, let me click this manage material information. You see there is a shortage, right, initially, and in between we have shortage. So there is some problem with this material, okay? That is the information this manage material coverage net requirement will give you. So what is the problem is your current stock is 25,709, safety stock is that, but you have a shortage of 4583 and within 13 days of supply. Okay? So this is the meaning. That means we presently it is fine. We have stock. So because the safety stock is going to take 18,000. Since we have the demand, there will be a shortage. That's what it is telling. You need to plan. Okay. Now, if you go to the stock requirement list, it will give you the complete picture. So we have everything. Let me go see. This is the deliveries. All that things are there. Let me go. You see here. So this will show based on the month, everything. Let me go to the quickly to the month of June, right? We're in the June, right? Where presently there is only demand, right? Let me go. This is huge. This is something like, I want to show you the live thing, how the things work, right? So here you see the independent requirement, there is 5,000. Available is, we have a shortage of 4810. Minus means there's a shortage. So I have not run anything, MRP, anything. Okay. Here you see here, there is another shortage because of the thing. And we have, this is a month. In July, we have another, right? So it will show you completely. You see this? 6,000, there is a short demand of 6,000 July. The August, there is a 7. We created three demands, right? 5,000, 6,000, and 7,000. Right now, this is showing as only independent requirement. Let me run that MRP. You can directly run the MRP here. You can see, just click this MRP. If you can run in batch job also, I can run, but I want to show in this app. You can just click MRP run. The MRP will run. It will make the net requirement calculation, and based on the shortage, it will generate a plan order. You can see this, the some plan orders are visible. You see it, that is, this is a plan order. Let's go for the first plan order where it is created. So we have 18 days, 18th, right? So something should be here, first plan order. So we have a plan order for 5,000. Can you see this? So this available quantity, we have a plan order. So if you get a plan order, you can see now the plan orders are created. Okay, 3 plan orders are created based on your payment. So this is not yet process. You can just click this. If you want to change the plan order, just click. You say if you want to view, you can just go for document information. Let me click document information. You can just view what is this plan order. You can view completely the details. But if you need to change, just click here, click change plan order from the same app. If you want to make change, same thing like MD62, right? We are going to change the plan order. You can do that. Anything. If you want to change the start date, end date, anything, you can do it. You can see this. It has taken the plan. This is a version. It has taken from the production version 0010. So the plan order is there completely. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll convert this to plan order. Okay. If for converting a plan order, just click this button. Let me copy this plan order. Okay. Okay. Everything. I'll go to the. There is another app, for running all the plan orders. You can go manage plan orders. This is something like collectively can do. Either you can convert in that app to production order, or say, for example, if I give the material UR016, right? So you can see here, these are my plan orders. If I can convert here, I can convert to production order here. Even in the manage plan order, this is another app for managing all the plan orders. I can form, I can create a new order, new plan order. I can convert to production order. So this is one other app. You can mass process the plan orders also. You can do just form it at a time, or you can do anything, with reference you can create, or you can convert this into the plan orders. This is another app. You can just filter by material, even if you can add some more filters, that is also possible. But I want to show you the same app, how to convert that. Let me go to the same app. Monitor material coverage. Let me show you this 016. Okay. And let me adopt these filters. 3100 plant. Let me put that as a plant. So you can arrange your filter. This is very user friendly. Just enter your plant. Here you see here. I'll just click now. Manage materials. Okay. Now I have the stock situation. Okay. I can click. Yeah, see, you can see here. I'm going to use this my plan order, right? I wanted to convert this plan order, right? 1730. Let me go. Click edit. And when you go there, you have 3 options. I can go and click edit button. I can just go and convert. Now I want to convert this one to production order. I just convert. It will ask you, suppose based on the industry or the manufacturing process, whether you are using process or a production order, it will tell. By default, it's showing convert to production order because I am using this for the production. All my setting, production schedule profile, everything has been configured for the production order. So let me just click, everything say convert. So now this plan order 70385 will be changed to production order. Okay. Now you see here, there is no 7085 plan order. Everything now it has changed to the production order 3552. Okay. So this is the advantage. Immediately you can convert. If I want to see this production order, just click this. If you want to go and display, you can see display. Now this is in the created stage. What is the assignment? We want to show, see that plan order, right? 7085 should be somewhere here, the assignment tab. You see my plan order. Previous plan order what I have converted, it is showing here. The reference is similar. This is similar to the ECC, right? We are using the plan order has been converted, and the reference plan order will be shown in the assignment tab, the reference. Okay. Now there is one thing we created everything we know to cover the shortage. Quickly go and show you the another important tab now. I have not released the orders, right? So I can release by the same change production order here. I can also use one change production order. Where is this one? You see this, there is a change production order. I can enter the production order number. This is similar to, CO02. I can go and release that order. Okay. I can go and release this order. That is similar to what we do in the ECC. But there is a multiple things we can perform. There's one app, manage production orders. Just all the planners, kindly note, the production planners or the production supervisor or the production engineers, this app is going to do the multiple things, manage production orders. So this is the app, as I told, right? For everything, there are the header things for the selection criteria. We can adapt the filters. If you know the order, you can enter directly, or if you don't know, you can just enter your material and 6. And if you want to add a plan, just click here. This is very user friendly. The selection screens we can bring according to our requirement. If I want to just bring it by plant, I can bring it by plant. So let me go where the plan. It should be somewhere in the PPP plan, planning plant. Yes, planning plant. I can just give my plant. So what will happen is the system is going to filter only your material and the plant related things. Okay. So here you see here, once I go, it will show all your orders. Now your order is there 3, right? 3. I'm going to, you see a 351, 352. So recently created, we have created this. See, this is just created 352. I can go, you see this order, you can see this completely status, right? Progress of operation. From this managed production order, you can come to know the complete status at the header level. All these orders for this material, first of all, you get a list of orders. You get the status of the orders. You don't have to go to the each, you can get in the quiz, but there are some additional features I'm going to tell you. It will show you as the progress of operations. If green means everything is completed. Here you see nothing has started here. Even if you don't confirm, it will show you the different color, it will not show you green. Even if you don't make the final confirmation, even if you complete the operation, it will not show the green. Once you complete all the operations and the final confirmation will tell green. This is about operation progress. Here you can see the components. You see here, this is the component. In case if you have any missing component, they'll tell you this is the missing component. Okay. And here, if there is any quantity issue, it will tell you. At a high level, I don't see any problem except the components, right, for this order. But if you want to see this order, let me go. Just click your, navigation screen right side. Now, it's very much clear, right? So you have a missing component, that's fine. I can add and I can provide that one. That's one advantage. And if you go to the component, it will tell you all the components you see here in the components, all the components. But if you want to see only the missing component, just click here. So this is only the missing component. I need to arrange or move the stock or whatever it is. And if you want to go for the order schedule, it is telling there is one operation. This is the work center. There is no progress. The order is in the created stage. I can release with the same. You see, I can release this order either from here or the header level. Confirmation, it will tell you that nothing is confirmed because we have not started the order. Okay. And in case if you're using the quality inspection, it will tell you about the inspection lots. Okay. So let me go back. I will just go and release this order. It will tell you that message, the shortage, but I'm going to release this one. Okay. One of the order is released. You see, order is released. So now I have released. I need to make the confirmation, everything, right? So I can go for I can start my production. There is one other app for the confirmation. Same to CO11N, right? How we are going to start. Either you can do the confirmation by CO11N or in production, maybe you are using RF guns for confirmation. But in the app, this is the app for confirm production of order operation. I'm going to use this thing. So 352 is my order, right? So I use this 352. Once I enter this, you see this? Once I enter, it is showing me the quantity, the first operation, because it will take you whatever the first operation. I have only one operation since it has taken that operation. Now, what I'll do is, even though the fully confirmed, I'll not change to final confirmation. Let me complete with the partial confirmation. I want to show you the progress in the managed production order. Since I'm not making final, I just make it partial. I'll make the goods payment, everything is done, save it. You see, it is showing the posting confirmation is saved. Okay. There are goods movement happened 6, nothing is failed. But what is the progress of this order in my managed production orders? Let me go to again give you a material. Your 016. So I just give this material, click OK. It will tell me the orders for this one, 352, right? You see my order, the recent order, it is telling delivered, but the progress is showing still in the orange color. That means it's not showing in the green. The reason is I have not selected, I have not confirmed fully. I have not made the final confirmation. Once I make this final confirmation, this 352 order is going to show you with the complete. Okay, let me go and complete. Let me use the same operation, confirm production operation. I'll enter this 352. I'll not do anything except just go and change the final confirmation. Save it. Now let me go to the app, same manage production orders. If I go for this material, your 016, you can add the plant, but since there are not much orders for this material, I just use the material and you see 352, the order of the progress of the order is green. Means I have fully confirmed this order. Now I can see the progress of the order now. You see the initial issues. If there is any issues, it will show, or it will go to the order information. It will tell you the complete details of the order, when it is started, what is the item, what is the material schedule, when it is scheduled. You see this is the schedule, actual end time, plan and the actual schedule. Then if you go to the components, it will tell you all the components here. And missing component in case if you have anything, nothing is there because we have completed. Now, if you go to the order schedule, this is the order schedule. And if there is a confirmation, right? So this is the confirmation, right? Confirm, fully confirm. And this talks you about the details of the confirmation. The first confirmation I made with the 3000 with the partial. Then there is another confirmation. There is nothing. Actually, I made just a final confirmation. In case there is inspection, it will tell you. So this app is very friendly. You can release the order with the app, either with the header level or you can go to the detail level release. You can read the master data. You can see the complete picture of the orders. So this app is going to be very helpful because if I just remove, say for example, if I want to just go, I want to see my any of the plant, right? So I just bring my plant. if not only our material, the another material, if there is any problem, I can go and find out all the details from the single app. Okay, let me put it as a default. I can default this one. I have not defaulted, but we can default the selection parameters. So I'll just run my plan. I didn't give any material. So it will tell you about the complete materials, right? So you see here, there are other materials also with a shortage. I can just go and before starting, I can arrange the material. This type of things we can do with this app. This app is going to be very helpful. Okay. So manage production order. Remember, this is not the COIS what we are using regularly. There is another app for the COIS, you know, uh, similar to what we are using with the COIS. I can show you that app. So if you go to the my planning, you see here, this is materials. You see here, monitor production plan orders. Okay. This is similar to our quiz, how you're going to use COIS. So I can get a plan order, so I can get a production order, the list. So this is very much similar. Can enter and can get a to the material. But anyway, a production order I can go and execute now. So you can see this is the similar to quiz. I can get that status. I don't want to go to that one. It's very similar. So this is one thing. And there is another app called Manage Production Operation. This is similar to Manage Production Order, but we can get all the operation details. So I just want to show you quickly here. Let me enter some material US016. I want to just show the major, thick changes. You see, yes, this is going to give you only the operation details, nothing more for the confirmation, anything. It is just a operation progress. Part of, you can say, part of the managed production order. Okay. You can get in case of any problem, the status. In case of any problem, it will display here with the issues. This is also going to be helpful for the production supervisor or the planners, if there is anything pending. So there are another few apps like, I don't want to go into the details. Sales performance will tell you about what is the plan and actual. And there is another, sales management tool. This is going to be very helpful, especially if you want to see the overall dashboard for the against your sales, what is pending, what is the incoming sales order, customer returns. You see here. So I have my app here. There are incoming. I can just drill down and see what are the. I can go each one. What are the orders, right? Incomplete sales order. If I want to go, it'll tell you the complete value. You can see the list of sales order which are incomplete. All the details you can find out. This is like a very drill down option. From here, I want to show see the back orders. Line. It's showing me so many orders, right? I can go by plan. I can go by different, sold to party, all the details I can filter right now. So from this app, you can go and find out, what are the things you can see here. So if I click this, what is the material, it will show you, let me show you that this is by plant, right? So this is by it's showing by plant. Okay. So if I want to show, this is by it's showing by plant. Okay. If I go by product, it will also tell you by what is the product. So it's very user friendly. You don't have to do these are the standard app. Just you need to activate the rules you see here by the product. If I click this, it'll tell you what is the product. You see this? This is the material. The description of the product is telling. So I don't want to go much details here. It is very user friendly. Just click the sales management overview. You can get everything: the sales, return, back order, your profit margin. And by the way, you can add, you can give the selection criteria similar to how we give. You can have your own sales organization. You can just keep based on your roles. You can keep or you can filter them. If I want to remove any card, as usual, if I don't want to see this, just click this click manage cards, remove this overdue sales manage. It will go. It's gone. You can configure your homepage very according to your requirement. Can add if you don't need, you can add. For the time being, I'll add everything. Okay, just keep it because I don't want to have. Let me add all the things. So if you don't need anything, you can remove. So this is very user friendly. Just click this one, click manage cards. You can remove anything. You don't want to see back orders, incomplete document, you see gone. So if you want to see only the incoming sales of customer, that's fine. Okay, this completes about the sales management overview. So now I want to show you something, other apps, right? So other apps are like a planner overview, okay? Planner overview something, it gives you completely replacement. But yes, there's a problem because this is a new system. It's not showing the stock, but it can further drill down based on your ABC values, whatever the XYZ. If you have classified your material, it will show you the demand according to that. Okay, you see here, it will refresh immediately. Since there is nothing like that, it is not showing. But this planner overview, it will show you the completely breakdown by the procurement type. You see here by the procurement type, you can classify. It will show you the complete stock picture. Okay. This complete, and there are other apps similar to transaction. All these apps are very repetitive. We just have a replacement. Mass processing. This is simply similar to COHV, what we use for mass processing with orders. And I don't see any major difference. The other thing is you have stock of multiple materials. Here you can compare the stock of the multiple materials. This is just used by all, not only planning, for all other warehouse guys, the planning, the warehouse. The only thing is there is something called cross plant. Let me show you that one. Okay, good management. Okay. Let me enter the material. The advantage of this app, it will show you the complete picture of the different material which are unrestricted quality, block, everything. If you want to see all the complete bill of material, you can select all the bill of materials. Suppose you want to see, that's the advantage of this. Okay. So there is manage material document overview. This gives you now similar to all our Migo display material document list, right? MB51. So you can just get all the material documents for your uh, material, or you can give the posting periods. Let me give from and to. Let's say for example this. Okay, just click all the documents, especially today I posted, right? So there are two documents. Like this, we can get a list of material documents. It's very user friendly. These are all the standard apps. I think this covers everything, and we can just play around with these apps. The only thing is any new Fiori apps comes with analyticals, right? I'm going to make some short delta sessions on that one. But right now for the make to start scenario, these are the major apps. And definitely this is going to help our, production planning guys, production planning consultant, production planning engineers, the planners, if they are using with the, ECC transaction codes, this gives you a completely the knowledge of the new Fiori apps. So kindly, please like that. If you have any questions, please just comment on that one. If you need any clarification, just write to me, or kindly provide your feedback. This help us actually. If you like my channel, this is just for a knowledge sharing session. I just want to share the knowledge, whatever we have, whatever we are implementing, because we are giving a lot of presentations to the SAP sessions. So kindly like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.